Good morning. We're all off for a little walk. We're off to I've got a mad puppy dog. We're on our way now to have a look round a little bit of a nature reserve, have a walk around, and then perhaps pop to the mosses. So come with us. Lovely little house. How unusual is that? How quaint. So here we are at Charles Sinker Fields. If you want to view that, obviously pause the video and have a read. But yeah, there's a very, very impressive bird hide here. Yeah, as you come in, there's one of them QHR, one of them funny code things that you have to scan when you come in, and that gives you the code for the door at this bird hide. Take a look at this. Isn't that a lovely bit of woodwork there? I like that. Let's have a look in. There we go, Nikki and the kids are already in here. And you can have a... Oh, there's lovely pictures of birds on the wall behind. Isn't that lovely? There we go. And you can look through the window at the birds. I'm not a twitcher or a bird watcher at all, but these are really nice for people to come and visit. Unfortunately, we've got two fantastic pairs of binoculars back at the boat. And I emphasise back at the boat. We forgot them. But Nikki knows a few species of birds, but really nice. And there's a notebook here. If you spot any rare birds or what you spot, you can put a little note in the book. That was very nice. I enjoyed that. It was funded by the LIFE programme of the European Union and the Lottery Fund. That would have cost a few bob. And as we were coming out, another couple were going in. But they were proper twitchers. They had binoculars, books and everything. And now we're just approaching Albert Allmark's old shed. Albert Allmark, bless him, used to work on the peat bogs here and farm and nourish the peat. And there's his old machine. He used to fit a pulley to his tractor and turn that wheel to riddle the soil and riddle the peat. And he used to sell it, and that's how he made his living. He did that from 1945, and he retired in 1995 at the ripe old age of 78. Used to sell them in bags, the peat, and little blocks. And the holes that it made in the peat bogs became homes to rare birds and wildlife. The soil here is black. You can see some of the peat there. And that helps make the canal that rich black colour. It is like boating through bitumen in a way. The peat farming saved the bogs here. It would have succumbed to forestry work or building, who knows. But the peat farming kept it going, and now it's all preserved for the likes of us to walk around and enjoy. And it is beautiful. As you can see, I'm carrying Dale. We have got coats for them, but the coats would be covered in the mud here. But Dale always says no when he's had enough walking. So he likes to get in Dad's coat and he's comfortable there. You can see Nicky's got the little puppy dog, Dixie. He's enjoying it, isn't he? He's loving it, but he'll be in the sink when we get back. Very boggy here. You can see the black peaty soil here. The dogs are loving it though. During harvesting of the peat here, 3 Iron Age bodies were recovered from the mosses here. There's probably a few more lying below, as it is quite a vast area. It's rumoured that back in the Iron Age, human sacrifices were made here in the bogs. Who knows, perhaps those were the bodies that were found. But it really is beautiful. So peaceful. Well, it wasn't until Lily and Nova arrived. This really is a vast area of nothingness, if you were to look at it. During the wars, the Boer War, World War I, World War II, 3 rifle ranges were made here, as it was ideal for shooting. It was nice and flat, gave plenty of areas for mistakes as well. The peat was used to bed the horses down and also to give heating. They would light the peat and that would keep them warm in the trenches. You've got to watch where you're walking now, and for someone that can see 3 of everything, it's a bit dodgy, but this is well worth it. And it's great for the kids. Yes, lots of areas like that to fall in. The kids did less schoolwork yesterday, and we did that on purpose. We class this as part of their schooling. So they enjoy this better than sitting down with a book. That's for sure. What have you spotted? People throwing sheep into the water.
Throwing people into the water.
Oh, it's just human sacrifices.
Why did they sacrifice? That's Grandpa.
"18,000 years ago, mammoths used to roam this territory and wander around, very much like rabbits do now." Maybe not, but yes, they did. They used to roam here, and obviously remains have been found in the peat. But we're off to a more modern day place now, called the Mammoth Tower. You can stand on an elevated platform and have a look over the mosses. So let's try and find it. Does look very prehistoric here. You can sort of imagine the animals roaming through here. Oh, there's some animals behind me, look. But you can. Even the trees look old, rickety. It's lovely. It's as if the trees have somehow drew the peat up through the roots. Even the trees look very dark. Mysterious and wonderful place. And now we're in a more familiar surroundings. The canals and embankments were very difficult to dig out round here, obviously because of the peat. Peat would absorb the water and obviously leak, it wouldn't work. So Wixall Marina is the site of the old clay pit. All the canals were lined with clay. As indeed, I didn't mention it, but Chirk Tunnel is as well. Chirk Tunnel was like a valley. They dug it out first, then put the roof over it, then put a layer of clay. Thomas Telford didn't want it to leak, so they put clay over the top and then backfilled it in. Yeah, nice dry tunnel, Chirk. And we found it. There's Mammoth Tower. And can you see the arrow up there? That's how deep the peat used to be. Right, let's go up and have a look. Just as you come down the Mammoth Tower, there's this periscope, and you can have a look through and over the mosses. Very, very impressed. I like it here. Wixall fens and mosses, and that Mammoth Tower is lovely. You get a cracking view from the top, believe it or not. It's quite an elevation, and you get a lovely view over the fens and the mosses from there. Really, really nice, and the kids have enjoyed it. It's nice to get them out. In the fens during the war, there was an old Nissen hut there, a very small Nissen hut, where a couple of airmen would sit in there with a radio and wait to hear if some enemy bombers were coming over during the war. Then, using the electronics of the day, they would press a button and set fire to 65 little fire baskets that were placed in the mosses, and that would confuse enemy bombers and make them think that that was the towns or the cities that they were bombing. There was lots of those over North Wales as well. I remember one up by a place called Penmaen Mawr, and there were some trees planted in the shape of an aircraft where a baron's son had bombed or tried to bomb some marshes over there, but really it was just these fires. But he attempted to bomb what he thought was a town or city, and then he got shot down and crashed into the hillside there. And that's where this baron paid to have a little tree memorial for his son. Sadly, I know it's gone now. They were cut down. I don't know why, but yeah. Enjoyable couple of hours walking around the mosses. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of a walk as much as we did. A couple of hours, it was lovely. But now, back to the boat for a warm-up and a spot of lunch. Catch you next time.